Welcome to this segment from the Etoft21sports Podcast. In this clip, host Erik is joined by iRacer Brandon as they break down their bets for this week's Autotrader 400. We'll share the bets we are making, the long shots we are targeting, and the drivers we are fading as we get you ready for race day. Buckle up and let's dive into it.
We have reached the part of the podcast and we're talking some Atlanta Autotrader 400. And who better to come on than the man, the myth, the legend, the person who's going to be ecstatic when I tell him that I did take a little piece of the Celtics 16-1 to win the NBA championship. Brandon, how you doing today, my man?
Doing good, buddy. Actually struggling. Super Bowl lost, national championship lost. Chase Elliott out of turn 4, win the Daytona 500, lost. Carson Hocevar leading when you get to the white flag, out. Zane Smith, top 3, last lap, out. There's been a lot of close calls that have not gone my way, so looking for this weekend to change that up at Atlanta.
I had Stenhouse.
Tatum's back March 1st. Sorry, had to throw that out there.
I had Stenhouse to win it. He finished second, of course. Didn't get any push after the little wreck. And then, to me, the best part of betting NASCAR is that final lap when whoever is televising it, they always like flash the names to see if the dude I bet on got top 10. And I was just waiting for Hunter Nemechek, and it never came. Never came. He ran good though. I liked what I saw from him.
He did run good.
Question for the Daytona 500. What driver surprised you the most?
Zane Smith. He consistently ran up there. You don't expect him, of course, super speedway. You can call it what it is. His fuel strategy in stage 1 to get stage points was actually very impressive. All the front runner guys, when they pitted, the Elliots, the Keselowski, specifically Keselowski, was like, we cannot let these guys get stage points. So just ran a good methodical race.
Yeah.
He was there towards the end of it. Riley Herbst, I want to say, ran a really good race, and that surprise. I do feel at the end of it, he should have either pushed Reddick or Elliott, knowing he wasn't going to cross the line before either one of them, and then just destroyed 6 race cars. Don't think that was the best choice for him. But definitely liked what Zane Smith did. I was happy with Zilich for a while, and then he kind of spun himself out. And Allgaier, he was in our cards for a long shot, leading the race for a while, and he made a bad choice. Now, did Hamlin push the edge? Sure, but Allgaier should not have closed that door that early on in the race.
Which driver disappointed you the most?
Busch. You sit on the pole, you start out front, you don't manage the race well, then you get to the end of the race. You guys will need to go back, listen to his in-car camera. They drop the green flag with 4 to go. He lets off the gas. Crew chief says, "What's wrong? Are you out of gas?" Excuse my French here. But he said, "No. Do you think I'm going to drive up into the fucking wreck that's about to happen? I'm running fucking 30th. What do you expect me to do?" And it just goes back to I know you're frustrated, but also it wasn't anything that your team did to put you in that position. That was more of a you thing.
Yeah.
And again, you take it back out on your team. He's done that for years. He's getting older. You start on the pole of the Daytona 500 with 2 laps to go. You're running 30th. That's disappointing.
Let's dive into it with our bets. Brandon, first bet, my friend.
I'm going to Ryan Blaney. He is one of the best premier super speedway performers, period. At the Echo Park Speedway, since they repaved it and it's turned into a mini Daytona. He wrecked out and finished last in the summer last year, but he still has an average finish of 6.7, even including that crash. Blaney still has the best next-gen driver rating, speed rating, ranking, and the best average finishing position. Over his Atlanta major incident-free races, he's a perfect 6 for 6 at finishing in the top 10. Blaney has yet to win, but he's come extremely close to victory with his last 3 finishes prior to the summer being 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I know he's the favorite. He's a favorite for a reason at 10-1.
My first bet, and I went to the aforementioned Mr. Kyle Busch. 20 to 1, extremely intriguing. Among active drivers, he owns the best active finish here. Over the last 6 races at Atlanta, he's posted 2 top 5s, 5 top 10s. He's led the second most laps in that span. So this isn't fluky. He's been legitimately fast. Since 2022 repave and reconfiguration toward Atlanta into this packed racing momentum style track, Busch has adapted extremely well. 5 top 5s and 8 starts. That's a 63% hit rate, including a pair of top 5s in 2023. Average finish sits around 8.8, which ranks near the best of the best that are running. This track now rewards drivers who understand drafting, side drafting, managing chaos, very similar to Daytona and Talladega. Busch, he thrives in these high pressure situations, unpredictable races, where his veteran instincts matter late. He's also running double duty, what I think is going to help. He is going to be in the trucks race. And look, he's got that winless streak, but at this type of track where his savvy veteran type racing style can capitalize on others' mistakes, I'll take 20 to 1 easily.
Don't blame me for that.
Next one, my friend.
Artie, you're going to look at this and be like, another homer pick. He picked it last week, picks him all the time. He was literally 50 yards from winning the Daytona 500. At Atlanta, he won last summer. Elliott has the second best average running position. He's averaging a 9.1 finish rate at Atlanta, the second best next-gen speed rating, and his third best driver rating. It's his home track. He restarted 8th or 9th last year with 2 to go, ended up winning the race. He has an average outside of any incident-free races, a 5.8 average finish at Atlanta, and he has resulted in a top 13 in every single race. I'm going back to him. It's a huge disappointment that you come that close to the 500, that he's going to take exactly what he did at Daytona, move it over to Atlanta, and expecting him to be a little more aggressive with a block or so if needed on the last lap, that he did not pull off in the Daytona 500. So Elliott, 10 to 1. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, his dad, hometown track. Ring the siren.
My next one, I'm going to the second place finisher, Wreck-It Ricky, at 40 to 1. If you're looking for a true lawn shot with real upside, my boy Stenhouse 41 makes sense. For the last 5 Atlanta races, his worst finish is 14th. He owns the second best average finish here among active drivers since the 2022 repave, but in one of the most consistent. He's posted multiple top 10s in this configuration, including a 5th and 6th his last season. Doesn't particularly dominate early or lead a ton of laps, but that's not his game. He's patient. He times his runs perfectly. He understands the speedway style racing. That's not Lenore momentum. Finished second at Daytona 500. That tells you he's dialed in right now in this pack racing situation. Atlanta fits his skill set perfectly. At 40 to 1, you're betting on positioning and late race execution. And that's one of the better guys in the field to do that. So I'll take Ricky Stenhouse here at 40 to 1, my friend.
Eric, I love that pick.
Next one.
I'm going right back to a guy that was literally just like Elliott winning the Daytona 500 on the last lap. Carson Hocevar, which clearly the 77 car has shown speed. That's the big thing. Out of Spire Motorsports, you're not used to seeing speed on a consistent basis. He did well last year. This year, already leading the Daytona 500 for multiple laps. I'm pretty confident he records a top 10 finish in Atlanta, which we'll get to that in a second. But 22 to 1, he was within 1 lap of getting his first career win last week. This track runs exactly the same way as Daytona, just a mile shorter. So it's going to seem like way more fast-paced. Hocevar is up to it. I think if he could redo the Daytona 500, he would have got closer to the wall, knowing he was going to get a push so it wouldn't hit him on the left side to cause him to wreck. But this kid's getting his first win this year. We did this a few years ago with a couple guys, Eric, where I bet on them every week to get their first win, and it paid out, and your ROI was still in the positive if you bet on them every week. That's where I'm trending with Hocevar this year. 22 to 1 Hocevar to win Atlanta.
I like it. I like it. Piggybacking one of your bets here, I took Blaney here at 10 to 1. If you want someone near the top of the board with elite metrics, that's where Ryan Blaney stands out. since the 2022 reconfiguration. Owns one of the best average finishes here in Atlanta. Piled up 6 top 5s, 6 top 10s in that span. Leads active drivers in top 5s, has over 100 laps led. He qualifies well, starts around 3rd, which keeps him in the clean air near the front all day. He's consistently scoring stage points and putting himself in that position late. Atlanta may not be technically the Daytona 500, Daytona or Talladega, excuse me, but the racing style is nearly identical. Big packs, heavy side drafting, momentum swings, and that's where Blaney excels in that environment. He's shown speed at Daytona, even though the finish didn't reflect it. Penske executes cleanly. He's absolutely a contender to win this race. I'll take Ryan Blaney, piggyback you 10-1. Hopefully the show can get that one. If we both win, that'd be great. Top 10 bet. Where are you going, my friend?
Yeah, just kind of what I piggybacked a minute ago. Host of our top 10 outside of an incident is a lock. Plus 145. Stay out of trouble. He'll be contending for the lead consistently throughout the race, especially if he qualifies well. I don't see him dropping out of the top 10 all race with the speed that 77 car has and with how aggressive he is to get his first win. So again, outside of an incident like a wreck at Daytona, host of ours pretty much a lock at plus 145 for a top 10.
Like it. My top 10 bet, I'm going to the dinger. Give me AJ Allmendinger plus 300. So 3-1 at a top 10. Races about patient awareness and survival. Allmendinger thrives in chaotic environments. He's got nearly 90 career top 10s. Experience in volatile racing situations give him the edge here in this pack style event. On the new Atlantic Confederation, owns a strong finish. He's averaged to finish around 11 here, which is better than many mid-tier drivers priced ahead of him. Doesn't need to dominate. He just needs to survive, position himself late. And at 3-1 to get a top 10 for the guy since the reconfiguration has the 4th best average finish, I'm going to take that all effing day. Give me AJ Allmendinger at 3-1 to make top 10. Brandon, you have one more thing you want to add, my friend?
I'm going to slide this in here. If anybody just wants to dabble in it and wants to throw a small percentage of a unit on, Zane Smith was pushing Chase Elliott on the final lap. He is 65-1 odds. If I'm going for a deep long shot, I like him at 65-1 odds. If you don't want to pick him to win, he is sitting at plus 320 for a top 10. Yeah. I would sprinkle him into that Allmendinger type thing to where just position yourself, which I don't think you'll hear his name come out of my mouth the rest of the year unless it's at Talladega or another Daytona. Mm-hmm. But after what I just saw Sunday and what he learned, stay out of trouble, 320 for a top 10 and 65 for a long shot. Zane Smith dabbled.
I like that. I like that one a lot. Brandon, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your schedule, coming on talking. Recording a little earlier in the week because I'm going to be at the 10 and under basketball championships this weekend watching my nephew. So I appreciate you changing your schedule, recording a little earlier. Make sure to give that man a follow at BostonBoy83. Best of luck in your bets, and we will talk soon, my friend.
Best of luck.